Hi, I'm here in this field beside the house and with my new friends, the cows. And I'm thinking about the shift, and I want to try and explain what I believe is a shift, or what I feel is the shift, and I'll do it in 2 or 3 clips because it's long. It's going to be long. So we'll see how it goes. It doesn't. This is just the beliefs of one person, right? Don't take it as what's actually happening. And what I've just said has to do a lot with the shift. What we're shifting, what we're changing is from one way of being into a different way, right? Or we're mutating, if you like, and basically we come from a paradigm that has to do with the mind, right? And we're going into one which is purely heart and almost into the spiritual path, if you like. Like Chinese say, right? You've got the body, the mind, and the spirit, right? And or the some call the soul, and some get annoyed when others call it the soul because they think that the only soul is this one, right? But it's different ways of relating to the same thing, right? So I'm going to start by doing something that I always find really interesting, and it has to do a lot with this, right? We walk, right? We're used to walking a lot, and here it's a bit muddy and it's full of holes, right? But let's say this is flat, right? And if I wanted to walk, right? If I wanted to start walking forward, and let's start by acknowledging the fact that our center of balance is here, right, in the hips, right? So, and that we know because I can extend my whole limbs, right, my arm, my leg, the whole of the extension of them, right, and nothing happens, right? But my hip, I move it 1 degree, right, and I fall. So everything is here, right? Everything is happening here, right? Even the energy, right? The Chinese believe that they used to believe that there was an organ here called the dantian, which was 3 fingers under the belly button, right? Which generated the energy in the body. And then when they started opening people up, they saw it wasn't there, but they still believe that this energy center is there, right? So that we know. About walking. This is interesting. When you want to walk, you have to actually break your balance, right? So you're standing straight, right, like that. And if I want to start walking, right, I have to generate a momentum, right, an inertia, right? So I can't. If I don't break my balance, right, if I don't start walking from my hip, right, or just I move forward a degree, let's say, and break my own balance, right, I can't start walking, right? I can only extend my leg, right? But that doesn't take me anywhere, right? I would have to then squat a bit and then just bring me, right, pull me forward, right? But walking, we don't realize that walking is losing balance constantly, right? Because I'm standing still, right? And if I want to just start walking, I have to lose balance, right? Forward, and then fall into this first step, right? And then fall into the next one, right? This next one. Then I'm walking, I'm moving, right? So I think very few people are aware of the amount of the effort that implies, right? Because it's second nature. We learn to walk when we're very young, and then we just walk, right? It's like riding a bicycle. But if you think about it, it's very intense, right? And momentums, right? Inertias are very difficult to stop and very difficult to begin in a way, right? But we get along in life and we do it, right? So I'm standing still. In a way, I'm holding an inertia, right, of standing still, if you like. But I have to break that to start walking, right? To move forward. So I have to break my balance, and in breaking my balance, I'm breaking this inertia of staying still, right? So I start moving. So I created a different inertia, right? A movement, right? That was that passage, if you like, at that point was the most difficult thing to do, was the summit, right? Going over the top, right? And then once I'm walking, I'm fine, right? And I've created a different inertia, right? To stop walking, I'm gonna have to break that and stop, right? So this is just it's not important, but it is when you start thinking about the shift and what the planet is up to. And what it has been up to for a while, right? For the past, I don't know, decade and more, right? It's been moving into this passage, if you like, where the summit is not very far away, and there's a huge effort of becoming something else, right? So people now call it the shift, and the shift in consciousness, and the awareness raising, and there's many different things being said about this shift, the planetary shift, right? But basically, what's happening is that we're moving from one system to the next, right? So to the different system, and the system we're moving away from, was created by this energy that is located within the mind. It's more mind bound, if you like. And what happens is that we're so used to structuring and putting within the system, within our mind system, everything around us, all our environment, all our lives, everything, even our emotions, our complete world and the whole planet, from our point of view, from our vision, is within the material plane, and this material plane is purely understood through the mind, right? So because we're moving into something that goes beyond the mind, right, which has to do with the heart and with something that is above the mind, and that the mind doesn't see, right? Because the mind can see the body, right? Like Chinese say, right? Body, the mind, and the spirit, if you like, and they look down vertically, right? The body is the means, the material means by which we are here, this planet, right? And the mind controls our body, right? And it can see it perfectly, right? And it even gives it illnesses and all that, but and emotions, but then there's something above that which can see the mind and the body, but the mind can't see up, right? Can't look up. So that's a very oriental, if you like, view, and it's really interesting, because what's happening now is, if you think about the shift, we are moving over the summit, right, into this other completely different paradigm, where the mind, if you try to understand it from the mind, you won't be able to, right? So let's start with that, saying that the shift, if you like, or the shift in consciousness, or the planetary shift, as everybody's calling it now, is a movement which has to do with vibration, right? Because everything is vibration, right? The grass, there's vibration, and the cows are vibration, and we are vibration, right? And what I'm doing now is generating vibration with my vocal cords and with air, which is also vibration, right? And it's going into that phone and around the planet. I don't know. So basically, it's about vibration, right? So the vibration is changing, right? If you study sound, you can see that different vibrations will generate different sounds, right? And and we're moving from something that has to do solely, completely with the mind, right, into something that is completely different and in a different realm, right? We'll still have the material plane, if you like, right? But we will have to understand it from a different stance, completely different, right? So we have to get out of this box, right? We have to try and elevate ourselves in vibration, right? So that we get to understand what's happening, right? And where we're going and where we're going to land, right? So we start with that, and I'll continue in the next clip, right? See you soon, folks.